I'm inviting you, men in the room this morning, to think about choosing God and His Word as the one and only standard by which you will allow yourself to be defined as a man. I'm inviting you to say no to our culture's definition of manhood. I'm inviting you to say no to your friends, some of your friends' definition of manhood. I'm inviting you to say no to Hollywood and hip-hop's definition of manhood. I'm inviting you to say no to maybe even your own family's definition of manhood. I'm asking, are you willing to, above and beyond all of what they might say, everyone just mentioned, are you willing to listen to what God says, to how God defines a man? Here we go, real men. Week 1, real men really love. Real love, designed and defined by God, is fundamentally about pursuit. 1 John 4:19, it says this. It says, we love, you and I, believers, we love, it says in verse 19, because He what? Say it out loud, church. First loved us. There was love to be had. There was love that was needed. There was a lover and there were the objects of love, and God first loved you. Real love, godly love, is about movement. It's about pursuit. Really loving involves a prioritized. Would you write that down? Really loving involves a prioritized pursuit. Number 2, nothing will slow it down. It cannot be swayed. It cannot be discouraged. It cannot be frustrated. Really loving involves a personal pursuit. And I hope all of you men would join me in trying to move humbly in that direction. Really loving involves a prioritized pursuit, top of the list. It involves a determined pursuit. Nothing will slow it down. And it's personal. And when your heart and life are fully committed, when your heart and life are fully devoted, when your heart and life are fully surrendered to honoring God, the Spirit of God can empower you to love like God. You can love your wife, you can love your kids, you can love your family and friends in a meaningful way. You know how you do it? The Bible says, and I want you to write this down, the Bible says love God. This isn't the sum total of everything I could say, but I'll give you 3 things to take with you this morning. Love God with your time. And you want to love your wife, you want to love your kids, you want to love your family, you want to love your friends, love Him. And start with being responsible enough and diligent enough to give Him the time He deserves. Love God with your obedience. Men, if you're going to really love, you got to really love God. Love Him with your time, love Him with your obedience, and love God with your service. And so I would invite you men to serve, to love God through your service, to serve here, to serve in a ministry, to serve downtown, to serve in your family, to be a man whose sleeves are rolled up, who relaxes when he puts his head on the pillow, and in the meantime gives himself to the wonderful, beautiful task at hand.